The state of Bernalillo County, in a word, thriving. For the past 2 years, our lives have been put on hold. The coronavirus pandemic definitely changed our habits at home and on the job. Despite that, our work life has moved forward and our accomplishments never stopped. First and foremost, we all made a very successful move into the new state-of-the-art headquarters at Alvarado Square. The building is nothing short of amazing. It's beautiful, spacious, and a true feather in the county's cap.
We had an amazing design build team. HB Construction, our design builder, coupled with Decker Paris Sabatini, our architect, really stepped up to the plate and helped us get through everything. The project ended up being about 6 weeks behind the original completion date. A lot of that had to do with some of this added scope in regards to return to work, but it also was a reflection of the supply chain issues that we're all seeing right now.
Under normal circumstances, this would have been a monumental task. But with COVID-19 added into the mix and all that came with it, this move was nothing short of incredible.
No one would have ever imagined when we started this project, it being one of the biggest that we've ever undertaken, that we would actually also have to be dealing with a global pandemic in the middle of construction. So I am incredibly proud of all of the entities that came together. We had 16 subcommittees that were dedicated to this project alone of county staff. Everybody worked together, everybody was very diligent, and we made some really smart decisions that impact the actual building, but it's going to be a safe place for our employees to work for many, many years to come.
Hi, Stephen Michael Quesada here. My day job, well, actually my night job is telling jokes. I'm a comedian. But one thing I never joke about is the coronavirus, COVID-19. This virus is deadly serious.
As we face the pandemic head on,
do you have anyone here who'd like to speak to that?
And with the support of each county commissioner, remote work or teleworking became the norm for Bernalillo County government. Newt Rockney once said, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." There's no truer statement when you talk about Bernalillo County. Not once did essential services stop. Frontline workers weathered the storm, keeping Bernco open for business. Emergency management, telehealth, behavioral health, vaccination clinics, business grants, and rental assistance took the forefront. I mention all of this because it's important to note what the county did during this challenging COVID-19 time. County employees were counted on to step up in a show of trust, support, and respect for our community. They are the human infrastructure of Bernalillo County. 2020 and 2021 were about doing the right thing, and that's why I'm declaring 2022 the year of the employee in Bernalillo County. So, as we talk about the state of the county, let's highlight some of those employees who stepped up to the plate during the COVID-19 pandemic in a big way.
Come rain or shine, we were moving, and I was hoping that it would be a seamless transition, and we could only be as efficient as the departments in which we were moving.
Tiffany Shambly is the Communication Services Coordinator. Communication Services and the Office of Community Engagement and Outreach had the monumental task of making sure that we were all kept up to date on what was happening.
It took several months of strategic planning to create and develop an efficient move process. We moved over 800 employees within 30 departments, with the first move date being the beginning of July, and the last move date being the Friday before the building opened to the public, which was August 13th.
In addition to her regular duties, Tiffany was instrumental in scheduling and directing the move to Alvarado Square and for raising an additional $6,500 in revenue from the county flea market sale of furniture at Union Station.
I had the best team. It was a very, very small team. We had our contractor Moving Solutions and their group, and 3 facility guys and myself that moved 800 employees.
No county, city, state, or private business can run without money. The Treasurer's Office took on the unpleasant task of collecting property taxes and working with homeowners when many lost their jobs and were staring at homelessness.
We did, try to give as many resources to those who needed it, who asked for it, that were having trouble. paying their mortgages, paying any of their tax bill. So we tried to work with them as best we could. We knew it was a difficult situation for all of us.
The county was open for business on a continuous basis by the ability of working virtually and having essential staff come in wherever necessary. The county procurement and business services purchasing section was vital in procuring all of the laptops and all of the monitors that people needed to take home in order to conduct business. So we were instrumental in that procurement as well.
But wait, there's more. Business and procurement services, credit cards, and checkbooks in hand kept the county supplied while managing millions in contracts and getting businesses paid on time so they could survive.
Procurement and business services is two sections. It's purchasing and accounts payable. During the pandemic and until we moved to Alvarado Square, we were involved in processing on-time payments to vendors who perform services and give goods to the county. We also were involved in emergency procurements for PP and other COVID-related procurements. We had credit card purchases. We had cell phone issuance, new cell phone issuance services. And then there was also all the contracts and bids and proposals that we issued for formal solicitations.
As we all worked from home, so did our kids. School went online, adding a new set of struggles for working parents.
We were still able to have at least one kid graduate with an actual high school diploma, not going through like a GED or anything like that. So it's been a while since we actually had a youth that was here in our care graduate with a high school diploma. So that's a credit obviously to our teachers continuing to work with that individual, for the actual youth that was in detention, wanting it and just really working hard and committing to that.
Stanley Gray is the Youth Services Center Assistant Director who worked to get all the youth online for APS school, court hearings, and family visitations.
We had to now become remote, meaning instead of us now being in person, now trying to be able to offer some type of schooling on their units in different areas of the facility. So that means getting a lot of staff who may not be familiar with some of the different electronics that it'll take to kind of run APS. So what we're able to do is kind of get different equipment in there with our maintenance team kind of coming on site, assisting our staff members kind of just getting well-versed and educated on, hey, how do I actually run this computer? How do I make sure that the teachers that are at home, right, are able to hear kind of what's going on from all of our different students. And at the same time, still practicing that social distancing, making sure that everybody is staying safe throughout the detention center.
And again, some many great services coming out of your office for Bernalillo County, including this right here, a very cool thing that's happening. It's the virtual online bingo with Brenda. Let's talk about that.
That's right.
And then there's our most vulnerable population, our seniors.
So our seniors love bingo. In our centers, bingo is such a popular game. Everyone has such a good time playing it.
With closed community centers, these abuelitos and abuelitas became shut-ins, cut off from the rest of the world.
We had to make a shift in programs because seniors could no longer come to the centers. Everyone was being socially isolated, and we knew that seniors need that interaction.
The Office of Senior and Social Services recognized this and stepped up to the plate immediately, bringing many of our seniors together through online programming.
Really just looking at being creative and kind of springboarding off some of the things that we had already done, like book to movie. So we were able to do book to movie where folks could look at a movie on their own, then we'd have a discussion online. We looked at other service providers like Cachette Dance was one of ours, where we actually offered online. We sponsored online sessions. And then we worked with Teeniors, which is a group that also helps seniors with virtual programs or closing the digital divide. So we sponsored programs with Teeniors so we could provide one-on-one consultation with our seniors so that when they had been isolated and they couldn't do the things that they've been able to do, or they were catapulted into a digital world like shopping online or trying to do video chats with a grandchild or a loved one, we were offering those.
Construction and business had to keep moving if county businesses and residents were to survive. Planning and Development Services took on some very special roles during the pandemic.
We didn't shut down. We still went into people's homes. We did inspections following protocols as best we could. We did the social distancing. We asked questions of our customers to make sure that nobody had a fever, nobody had experienced any sickness.
County building inspectors went from one end of the county line to the other, helping everyone, from small businesses to major corporations.
So this is the ductwork we're looking at today. We've done jobs from the small little water heater inspection, gas inspection, little plumbing rough-in, little HVAC system being replaced, a furnace replacement, an air conditioner replaced, this kind of stuff during the COVID time, all the way up to the big large job Amazon, which was a lot of inspections, and we did a lot for them. It's a small building of 2.5 million square feet. It's probably got 5 miles of piping in it.
Normally we do permitting for water and wastewater. So that's any wells or septic tanks in the unincorporated area of Bernalillo County. Yes, so what you want to do is open up Notes on the iPhone.
Technical Services also had the task of bringing some local contractors into the 21st century.
So a lot of people were home during COVID, and so they were in the process of upgrading their home or improving the value of their home. And so what we found out was that some of these people had flip phones. And so when they would send us documents or pictures, they were just horrible. And so we couldn't read them. And so if they were able to upgrade their phones or borrow a phone, like an iPhone, we could help them navigate the new technology with sending a PDF, sending in clearer pictures, and it worked out much better for us. We were able to help them by phone or by FaceTime using the new technology.
Mark that down as other duties as assigned. While we've highlighted a few departments and employees, I'd like to mention Bernalillo County Public Safety, including Bernalillo County Fire and Rescue, the Sheriff's Department, the Metropolitan Detention Center, and the Behavioral Health Program. The Housing Department staff, who kept the lights on and the doors open for thousands of county residents who needed a warm place to stay. Public Works employees who plowed our roads in winter and kept our county repaired and in top shape through summer. The Economic Development staff who worked behind the scenes with grants and rental assistance to keep our county businesses in business. And Bernalillo County Open Space, who provided one of the few places residents could go to get fresh air and escape from cabin fever. With all the continued planning and forethought of 2021, I look forward to 2022. I know that Bernalillo County staff are now more prepared, better trained, and up for any task put before them. Our project lists are full, and Bernalillo County is ready, willing, and able. Bernalillo County, we were always more than you think, but now we want you to know you can count on us.